a team goal that I can share is I know that we want to be the best defensive team.
Let's go.
And I think that is a very doable goal because it's everything you can control. It's all about communication. It's about knowing your teammates, what they're good at, what they're bad at. And they're like, if I get beat, then I know my help side's going to be there. So it's all about building trust. And I think at the beginning of the year, you're trying to do that now because you have a lot of new teammates. People play defense differently, but you have to know our scheme. So it's just having each other's back. So I think we could be, we're fast, versatile, I think. And so I think that we're going to have a pretty good defensive team. I couldn't find my dry shampoo. Wes, did you shave or something?
Yeah. I did shave. It's kind of cold in my apartment. I kind of like it.
Really? Dude, it's been raining nonstop here. It's horrible.
In Indy?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's not cloudy today, but there's no sun. It's like when the sky looks white almost. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
That's what April showers, spring. No, that's not right. That's not how that saying goes.
You guys are good. You guys are good to go whenever you're ready. Episode 39.
You didn't like that intro about weather, Kev? It was on purpose.
It was so soft, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, guys, that was a part of this intro, talking about weather. That's what people do when they're catching up. You start talking about weather, and then you talk about other stuff.
Dude, you really think about it. Every time you talk to your mom or dad, back home, so how's the weather?
No, it's actually fascinating. I think weather was invented for people to small talk about in Ubers or elevators. It's actually crazy how default that is for small talk with strangers.
But I also think, but is that in the city too? Because I definitely think it's a Midwest thing of my grandparents all the time are like, well, the weather's here, it's raining. I'm like, oh, okay.
I think here's my take on small talk about the weather. Also, guys, episode 39. Welcome back to Show Me Something.
Welcome back. We missed you guys.
Weather is something that every single person experiences every day. It's also ever changing. So it's like a variable that will always be different. And no matter who you're interacting with, that they are experiencing it as well as you. And it's the same, you're experiencing it the same way. So it's I can't think of anything else that's that generically different all the time, you know?
Dude, you're so right. And I always find myself that I'm like, what a beautiful day out. Wow, we got lucky today. You know what I mean? I'm a victim to that because I do it all the time.
I will say,
I get in every Uber and I'm like, it's hot as shit out.
With random parents talk, when you have a kid now and you just all these events and you have to small talk with all the parents.
Oh yeah.
What weather is definitely atop of the power rankings. That's an easy go-to.
Yeah. You don't even have to have any brain cells to talk about the weather. It just is there for you.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could go. I wonder how long
you could go and
one
talk
of us
about
could
the
go
weather.
without talking about the weather.
Oh, dude, we should try. We should test it.
You want to try it this week? Let's do it.
Dude, okay, I'm not kidding, but you have to, if you talk about the weather, get on your notes app and
Mike win. Yeah.
You have to because I literally talk about it all the time. But mine's more based around tanning. So I'm like, yes, UV.
UV. Do you want to count it as if we bring it up or even if someone engages with us and we give it back? I think it's both ways.
I think engage. Let's just see how many people talk about the weather.
Okay, deal.
This is going to be good.
That's awesome. Okay. Podcast. Back. Sophie's still in Indianapolis because I can see artwork on her walls and a cowboy hat in the back.
Today so it is Wednesday and I have been in this apartment for maybe 2 weeks now and it's training camp. So you're just exhausted. It's long days. We're going to get into it later in the podcast, but we had a 2-hour practice yesterday, strictly defense. And if everyone knows
Ooh.
what that is, that's like a living hell. And so I just have been
Get low.
so tired. Yeah, get low and shuffle. And that's my problem. I
Yeah.
can't shuffle or get low. So it was a really fun practice for me. But I have got to clean, like I'm putting all my stuff away today. Like it is a get shit done type of day for me. So I've had my second coffee already. Like I'm ready to go.
Second coffee?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
I've only had this much coffee. I've told you about why I like to get coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
To like get outside and just interact with people and leave my apartment and then bring it back in. And then I'll I'll babysit it throughout the whole day.
I like that.
Talk to me about, I mean, we're what, 3 days away from home Opie?
Is that Saturday? Yeah. Thursday, Friday. Yeah. 3 days.
Yeah. How are we feeling? Are you excited? Do you get jitters?
You know, I do.
Good.
Like, it's just good. Like that just means you're alive. And I think that like,
yes,
I will always get jitters. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's like part of why you love it so much, but I think we're feeling pretty good. Like our team is starting to click.
When you left Phoenix for Indiana, walk everyone through what it feels like to be traded. Well, I always just feel like, because being traded can be a great thing, but I still would always feel like my feelings would be hurt by the team that said goodbye to me. I know it's the business, but like,
I feel you. So here's my thing. I'm just going to be very blunt and honest. So here we go. You know, what's new? So there are specific players who like start their career with one team and end their career with the same exact team. And that's very rare.
Yeah.
Very
but it's
rare.
Sick though.
It is. And I think I have the potential to do that in Phoenix if I wanted to.
Oh.
But with that being said, I think sometimes when you're in that type of spot, you get too comfortable and like you don't really, you're just too comfortable. You can't reach your max potential. You can grow, but just not to where maybe you could have grown if you go somewhere different. Right. And so actually Phoenix did right by me. I was close with, they did. I wasn't necessarily too close with like our coach and the GM because they were new that year, but I had been there for, 6 years. And so I was really close with like the management, pretty much everyone who worked there. And so they were like, hey, here's our situation at hand. Like, this doesn't mean we won't ever want you back here, but like, here's your opportunity. Here's what we're trying to do. And so we had a good conversation. I was like, you know what? Like, heck yeah, I can get back to the Midwest. Like I miss my family. I miss my friends. I miss the vibe of the Midwest. Great opportunity here in Indiana because of the basketball piece. And so it's more my style of play. Like it was just a fresh start. And so I took it and I was so excited. And then like the next day, I'm not kidding, I stayed in my house and I cried the entire day. Because I was like, because I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like I finally have my people here. I'm finally like creating kind of like a name to business here in Arizona. I'm making good money, like all this type of stuff. But who knew coming here multiplied by 100? And so I just I think when you take big risks and stuff like that, it can be scary, but also like that is like the time when you start to blossom as well. And so I'm so grateful that I did it, but it's hard. And so, but how you were asking, like you'd always feel like a certain way.
Yeah.
Dude, there are some people like when I played in Phoenix last year, there are some people that I just did not like. And there was a couple times like after I played well that game and I like looked at some people and but I was like, fuck you. Cause I just had to get it off. Like I looked right at him in the eye and I was like, fuck you guys. So, but like it was my decision to get traded too. So like, I don't know why.
I wouldn't expect anything less, obviously.
I know. Nobody does. Nobody ever will.
Damn. But
it's fun. But our team, we opened up against Dallas and Dallas is looking really freaking good. Shit.
That's what I was going to ask you about. Azzi did have a quote. Did you see?
Okay. No.
She said, honestly, I'm more confused. I thought you could be physical in the W and anytime I touch someone, it's a foul. I hope I got that verbatim. Yeah. And she didn't get fined either.
What?
Yeah. I was wondering how you'd feel about that.
Dude, okay. I have so many opinions on that now that I know that. One, I think maybe she didn't get fined because it's preseason.
When was your first fine? How old? Or was it when this podcast started?
No, I've been fined a lot, I feel like. But not more than last year. This podcast has really done some damage.
Yeah, but it's been a while, knock on wood, but the season's about to start.
It
So
hasn't
we'll
been
get,
our season hasn't even started.
Yeah, we'll get those going again.
Okay, all I'm saying is I think she has a very valid point because, but you know what? New year, fresh start. We've had meetings with the refs, and I think that they have owned up for last year, truly. Like in all of our meetings, they're like, we've got to be better. Like we have
accountability.
Yeah, like wait, does that mean I get my money back? Like if they're starting to agree with what I saw the entire time, should I be able to get my money back?
Kathy.
I'm just saying. Anyway, I think it's pretty valid what she says that like it is so much more physical than any league, but it's all about like how they're going to call the game. So like sometimes you can touch them and sometimes you can't. So I think it's just like you have to get used to it. Like it's just part of the game.
Do you think, or was this an issue? Like say 10 minutes into a game, do you know how they're going to call it, or was the problem last year that you couldn't even figure out how they were going to call a game like early on?
I think the problem with last year, it was just too inconsistent. And like this
like
is
throughout the game, not throughout the season,
Yes.
but like the game was inconsistent.
I think
like
both.
Individual games, yeah.
I think both.
Okay.
I think like through the game it was inconsistent. From game to game it was inconsistent. But like overall, and this is what they said. So you cannot find me on this because this is like quoting what they've said in our meeting, is like they were like, we have to do better. Like it was too physical. It got out of hand. We did not call things. And so like they were really dialed in. So this is what they say every year though. It's like it is going to be very, I feel like tic-tacky called fouls or tic-tacky fouls called at the beginning of the season.
Of the year. Yeah.
And then as the season goes, like it just like turns out everyone's beating the shit out of each other towards the end of the season. But like that's okay because that's how it always is.
Well, so also like in the beginning of season, obviously sometimes there's rule changes. Sometimes a league is like, we're going to be lighter on this, heavier on this. And so the beginning of the year is also, we're going to give grace to officials because they're figuring out how they're calling this season and like what's going to play. And you also do have to kind of set a standard for players and coaches. Like we are calling this shit this year. So like get used to it. This is how we're calling it. And so the beginning of the year is probably tough as a player.
Agree. And for them, like they're trying to get back in their rhythm as well. Like I get it. They're human. Like their job is hard. Like I was watching an NBA game the other day and like everyone just shits on them. Like I truly do feel bad for them. Like I did.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say, fun fact that I don't think a lot of people know is I think it's been around, but I think there was more emphasis on it this year, but there was a committee of coaches. Everyone got together, all the refs got together, and they decided what they wanted the season to look like. And so like our league and the refs are truly working together this year. And, you know, there's going to be frustrating things, but even our coach said like, we're going to start calling, we have refs at our practice every day. And like, she's like, we have been calling certain things because we know that the refs are going to be calling this year. And so it's like, you do have to kind of adjust to it. And our coach just said, we want them to call everything, so then we know it's going to be even.
Yeah.
But you know, you say that, and then once you're in it, you're like, stop calling shit. So we're never satisfied.
Does the W have a flopping problem like the NBA does right now, or not at all?
No.
That's nice. People are really eating up SGA right now on the internet.
Dude, here's my thing about that. He is so damn good.
Yeah, like why even waste your time?
Yeah, and I get it. Like you can bait people in, and that's like part of the game of like getting people in foul trouble, like the mental aspect. I get it, but like he is so good that there are some calls that like come on. All right. I'm just gonna say I've been glued to my JLAB headphones lately. Flights, workouts, quick coffee runs. They basically call me 24/7.
And the wild part, the battery just keeps going. I honestly don't remember the last time I charged mine. It's been that long.
And the sound holds up too. Super clean, gets loud when you want it to, and it doesn't get all distorted on you.
I've been rocking the over-ear pair on flights, and it's a total upgrade. Noise canceling is clutch. They're comfortable the entire time.
Whether I'm in the gym, on a plane, or just out walking around with music on, they've got something that fits whatever vibe I'm on.
Headphones, earbuds, wireless speakers, and more. Get premium features without paying premium prices.
Look for the blue box at Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and more. or use code something on JLAB.com for 20% off your order.
I have found, I don't know why this is, but I do think the W and the NBA are without a doubt the most vocal leagues about disagreeing with officiating. Like the NFL, you can't really, no one does it that often or you get fined. Baseball, you get like people like thrown out of games and there's fights, but it's never like public interview. Like it feels like the NBA and the W, like people really share their feelings about not agreeing with officiating more times than not. You've been fined 900 times. Like it is a sport where people like aren't afraid to speak up, which I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't either. Like now that you say that, is there enough opportunity for NFL players to speak up against the refs?
Well, honestly, I would argue no, because post-game national interviews are going to be like your quarterback who knows better most times. Yeah. One player who had like an important play, and then everything else is going to be like locker room interviews, but that's usually like local radio. Like it's not like on a massive scale. I just think football guys, there's so much outside of your control in football that you can't control, that like officiating is just one of like the 8 things that you like aren't in control of. Where basketball, there's 5 of you, you can really take over a game.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to. And football, there's so many other things.
I would also say with football, like they're literally tackling each other, right? So like they can't really be mad about it being too aggressive or stuff like that. You know what I mean? We're like, I feel like same with baseball. Like there's not a lot of like, it's a physical sport, but there's not a lot of like banging with the other team.
Have you seen what baseball implemented this year? Like challenges. It's kind of awesome. Okay, so as of this year, baseball is doing a really good job right now. I think the MLB is like growing the game in the best way possible. So like I like the human element of umpires. Like you kind of get to know their strike zone. Like sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's smaller. Like they're calling whatever.
Human error is a part of the game.
Human error, totally. Yep. But when games end, like in the playoffs on like a fucking shitty strike call, or like when it's purely no one's fault but the umpires, that sucks. Yeah. So they implemented challenges, and a team gets 2 challenges. A pitcher, a batter, or a catcher taps their helmet, and then they review it electronically, and then they say it's like a ball or a strike, and you either the ump was right or wrong, but then they go to like where it's electronic and or not. So
you only get like, 2 a game.
I think if you get them right, then they give you one more. That part, Kev, you might have to look that part up for me. Like if you get them right, then you keep an extra kind of thing. But if you watch now, so like an ump will call a strike on a batter and it's like low, and he'll tap his helmet, and then they'll review it and they'll be like, oh, it's a ball, and then he can go to first. And I think, but it's not where it's like taking over the game. It's like only like 1 or 2 moments to like make sure the call's right, and you also leave it in the hands of like the players. It's not like New York gets to make the call. I think it's fucking awesome, and I think it's just a little tweak, and it's great.
And I also think it keeps the umpires honest, right? Yeah. Like I know they already are. I know they are. That's their job. Like they are doing the best they very can. But like sometimes emotions get involved. Here it is.
Oh, here you go. Each team gets 2 challenges. If you win the challenge, you keep it. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, so you get 2 wrong challenges then. So if you're right, you keep them. That's crazy.
Wait, so could you be doing that the entire time then?
Yeah, but you could only like they're gone if you get the call wrong. So like,
true.
That's interesting. I think most teams, what they've been doing is like you're not going to use the challenge when it's like the 2nd inning and there's 1 out and like nobody on. It's like you wait till like the 7th, 8th, 9th and use them in high leverage situations. But I think it's like a massive change to the game, but like in a minor way. I think they did it perfect, to be honest.
I like that. Yeah. But you know what I also enjoy is the review takes, it says 5 to 10 seconds.
Yes.
I feel like ours have got to be quicker. Like I do not
NFL struggles with that too. Football challenges take so fucking long.
NFL is so long, but I do not understand why, unless it's super complicated. But like basic calls that I could make like that, I don't get why
Yeah.
it takes so long, especially if you're using the people in New York, you know?
Yeah. That's a great question, actually, because they do take fucking forever. I mean, the standard answer would be like, you want to make sure you get it right, but
Yeah.
watch it in slow-mo, see what it is, and then keep it moving. Colin Cowherd always says, and I think this is such a great take, he's like, everyone can think they're right watching a replay in slow motion. Referees running around when shit's fast.
Hard.
Like it's so hard.
Dude.
And also, but like once you slow it down, obviously you see things at a different degree.
Well,
and the
things
other
look
thing,
worse or better when it's not live. So
yeah,
I get that too.
There's also things though that you would consider like, yeah, if you watch it in slow motion, if say we're calling like a shooting foul, like
yeah,
your arm like touches an elbow a millisecond before she shoots, like, okay, like you can call that if you want, but also if you watch it in real time, it doesn't affect her shooting motion, whatever, like you'd let it play. Slow motion can be
bad,
like not realistic, if that makes sense. You know?
And I will say too, if you really watch any sport, I'm going to just stick with basketball and football.
Yeah.
You could call something on every play.
Oh, of course.
Like you could literally call it like probably 5 fouls every play. And so that's another thing is like determining, is it big enough to call? Do you need to let them play through? Like it is, I feel for the refs. Like truly, I think that they have a very freaking difficult job. I do. Look at us hyping up the refs.
I know. I was going to say we have to write that down so the next time you're pissed, I'll be like, remember when you said you feel for them?
Fuck them.
Write deposit Sophie some money back. Be like, all right, positive comment.
Send it back. Do you have that? We just got real technical. We talked about officiating for like 20 minutes. What are give me Fever team goals, championship or bust, I would imagine, and Sophie goals.
I like that. Okay, so this is so good. I actually want to talk about this because I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on this. And this could be in when you were an athlete. This could be in business. Yeah, I mean, you're still an athlete. Yeah, I know. But I'm saying like you could take this anyway. So
yeah,
I think everyone's goal is always to win a championship. Like that, everyone is. And like, especially when you have the talent, like everyone wants that. That is a no-brainer. But I truly do think that like it's all about your daily deposits. And I know that sounds so simple, but like, what are you doing? What is your team doing every single day in order to like move in a positive direction? You're either getting better or you're getting worse every day. And sometimes getting better looks really shitty. Like yesterday's practice, we really did spend like 2 hours strictly on defense. And like, and if we messed up and they did stuff, we were like doing suicide yesterday. Woo-hoo. Dude. Woo. Yeah, like it's it is no joke.
Oh,
and so
man.
Everyone like was looking around. I'm like,
suicides.
Hey, like, we're all right.
Where are you? Okay, hey, answer this honestly. Okay.
Yeah.
Where in the pack are you when you guys condition?
Ooh.
People are usually always the same, like their whole careers. I feel like from Pop Warner to like college, you either are in the front, you hide in the middle, or you like are just really bad at fucking conditioning.
No, I think that I'm like hot. No, like I'm higher middle.
Okay.
Like so, we have some really
give a
fast
shout out
people.
to whoever wins suicides. Who's always at the front?
I think this year, Kelsey Mitchell and Raven Johnson are always pretty good.
Shout out, girls.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask, do the rookies go extra hard to like prove a point and like?
You can't. Everyone has to go hard because she only gives you 10 seconds to do down and back. So like, and if you don't make it, you're all on the line again. So it's.
Is your head coach running that ship, or is that your strength and conditioning coach?
Our head coach.
Well, again, not to do football comparisons, but like as soon as practice, if we have to like fucking run after or do whatever, like he'll just whistle to the strength coach and then he makes this fucking run, you know?
So if you have like extra conditioning or like if you don't reach a certain amount of minutes, our weight and conditioning coach takes over. But like during practice, if we're like doing drills or like we don't make it or we don't do whatever, it's her call to do that.
Oh, so you have more conditioning if you don't play a certain amount of minutes in the game. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I just didn't know. That's
stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to know the threshold. Do you know how many minutes it is to like be like you played enough?
I don't. I don't. But I will say that, like, I think when you're a pro, it sounds harsh, but like you actually want to do that.
Of course.
Because like you want to stay in shape. Like you want to, I don't know, you want to be ready. Like, and I think it's the fun part of, like, you get paid to literally be in shape. Like, how amazing is that? So like, don't take it for granted, but don't get me wrong. There are days where it's freaking hard and you're like, all right, what the hell am I doing with my life?
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to lie. After going to our first NASCAR race earlier this year, I totally get the hype now.
The second those cars fire up, it's just chaos in the best possible way. Loud, fast, people grilling everywhere, fans losing their minds. The atmosphere is absolutely unreal.
And now NASCAR is doing something that honestly sounds insane. They're bringing street racing to San Diego in 2026.
Yeah, and not just anywhere, at the Naval Base Coronado, like an actual active military base, which is so cool.
It's going to be a full 3-day weekend too. Truck Series on Friday, Xfinity on Saturday, and then the Cup Series headline race on Sunday, June 21st.
And the whole weekend lines up with the 250th anniversary of the United States Navy, which makes the whole thing feel even bigger.
Plus, street courses always bring a totally different energy. Tighter turns, crazier moments, absolute chaos.
Which honestly is exactly what we want.
You can grab tickets for this one-of-a-kind event at NASCARSanDiego.com.
And if you can't make it out there, check out the NASCAR Cup Series Annual 250, Sunday, June 21st on Prime Video at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. What were we talking about?
Your goals and team goals.
Yes. A team goal that I can share is I know that we want to be the best defensive team.
Let's go.
And I think that is a very doable goal because it's everything you can control. It's all about communication. It's about knowing your teammates, what they're good at, what they're bad at. And like, if I get beat, then I know my help side's going to be there. So it's all about building trust. And I think at the beginning of the year, like, you're trying to do that now because you have a lot of new teammates. People play defense differently, but you have to know our scheme. So it's just having each other's back. So I think we could be, we're fast, versatile, I think. And so I think that we're going to have a pretty good defensive team. That's a good one.
That's awesome. I love that.
Okay.
I really love that.
Here are my thoughts on personal goals, and tell me how you feel about this.
Okay.
So I think you have a lot of people who are like, have goals, writing down, look at them every single day. And I think that those are good to have. Like, you want to have big picture goals. And I think it is healthy to write them down. Like, I think it is good to see them. But I think also, personally, there are so many, like, I could say, I want to be a top 3 3-point shooter in our league.
Okay.
Like, I could say that. But I feel like there's so much out of my control. You know what I mean? Like,
you can't control how hot anyone else gets. You can't control who else is.
You can't control how much you get the ball. You can't control how many minutes. Like, there's too much outside of your control where it's like, okay, so for my thing is, I think that I have goals in my head. But for me, my goal is like, what am I doing literally every single day in order to better myself, to like stay healthy, to be in shape, to make sure I'm getting my shots in, to hit like all this stuff. Because if I'm doing that every single day, that's my goal, to like stay disciplined to that goal. Then at the end of the season, I feel like I'm going to end up where I'm supposed to be. And I can control that.
Good habits. There's only 2 things you can control. I've said it on this podcast before. Your attitude and your effort. That's it.
Literally.
I like that, Soph.
So like,
I like that.
But like, think about, like, do you have goals for like your year?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's a
and
great
I think
question.
there's fun things to like go after, or like things that like you would like to do. But at the end of the day, there's so many people, and it's so political. Like, there's so many people that are controlling all those strings that like, what am I doing to like set myself up to be the best?
Also, like, are you countering your goal if like it's the last, there's 5 seconds left and Caitlin's open and you pass the ball for like her to shoot? Like, then it's like, oh, you're like, yeah, you're being a good teammate, but that's not helping you reach your 3-point. But yeah, so I think your mindset is lovely.
And I think also it's like purpose over proving. Like, what is your purpose?
Yeah.
And like focus on that over like proving yourself. So I just think, I don't know, there's just different mindsets, I think.
I love
Thanks.
that. Good job, Soph. Let's
Thanks.
go, Fever. What uniforms are we wearing for our home opener? Any clue?
No idea, dude. No idea.
You wear white at home, navy on the road, and then the Stranger Things ones.
Well, we also, I feel like I don't even know what we have this year. I think we have.
Do you have anything new?
I feel like we had a red jersey last year, but I don't know. The only ones I've seen so far is blue and white. So I feel like you would have a red. I feel like you have a fun jersey. I don't know. They don't tell us anything.
If we're gonna be on national TV every single game, let's get a fun one.
Right?
Something cool.
I know.
You have black, you have white, you have navy. You said you have red.
I don't know if we have black this year because black was our Stranger Things last year.
Oh, and that's probably like a limited deal. Oh, then maybe they'll do another like one-off. That'd be sick.
Who knows?
Let me design those.
Dude, you should. All right. Enough about me. Should we get into Summer House? New episode dropped last night. Did Kyle beat everyone's ass?
No, I think I would imagine the fight is the last episode.
There was like a kind of a feud at the dinner table. You know, it was like Lindsay and Kyle going at it, and then he turned to Amanda. He left throwing stuff, cans and stuff at the house, and the other people went outside. Him and Carl got into it. Like,
very crazy night.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
There was blood on my pants at the end of that evening.
Really?
That's all I can say.
Whose blood?
Dude, might have been mine, honestly. Who knows? But
oh Lord.
Yeah, that's what happens when
were you guys drinking and stuff or what?
I mean, there's never
a time where you're not drinking.
Much time where people aren't drinking in that house. But
Valid.
I think that fight ended up being good for Kyle and Carl, honestly. Sometimes with guys, I mean, I don't know about girls, but like dudes, you just gotta just let them go, you know?
Yeah. Duke it out a little.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen, there's so many like videos on Twitter and the internet where like guys are like full blown boxing in the street. Someone gets knocked out. They stand up and they like dap up and walk off.
What the heck? I will never understand that. Is that like, do you understand that as a man?
Yeah, kinda. It's just like it's over. Like now we're like move on, you know? Because nothing's ever. I don't know. That's what animals do. Unfortunately, I'm not a fighter, but I also when I was in college, I remember being the guy who like when people would fight, I'd be like, guys, stop, and like try to get in the middle and be like they'll like break it up, guy. And then I was like, these guys are gonna like do whatever the fuck you want. Like learn a lesson. You're either gonna get your ass beat or like get in trouble or feel bad. Like go fight. It has nothing to do with me. Go fucking fight and like again.
Come back when you're done.
Like if these two people, whoever they are, whatever situation they're in, if they go fucking fight each other, this beef will be over in 60 seconds. Like it will be done. You know. I just like I've seen it too many times, you know. It's just like high emotions, you know. Into the summer, again, drinks. I don't know, but that would be crazy.
Yeah,
if everyone could fight like the end of Anchorman.
Yeah, dude, I love Anchorman. That is such a good show.
No touching of the hair or face.
Yeah, hey, that was kind of our mom's rule growing up. Like when me and Lindsay were like in fights, it was like no hitting in the head. Don't hit. You can hit anywhere but the head.
What about hair pulling? That's whenever I see girl fights, the one thing I'm like, I always cringe at is like girls will grab fucking so much hair and like.
So, do you want to know what's so funny? It's like our mom.
Where'd you grab homegirl underneath the basket?
No, just her neck. Just her neck. I didn't punch her. I just grabbed her by her neck. It's fine. I did not do any of that. But I will say that. Our mom always said, don't hit in the head, like don't hit the face and head because your brain is like the most important thing. And
Right.
don't if you're gonna do something, don't be pulling hair because that like don't do that. Like that is just like catty and shitty. Like if you're gonna do it, do
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
our mom was like, if you're gonna be about it, be about it.
Damn.
Mama P was brutal, but like she wasn't wrong. Like think
No.
about that. Like I was like, I also don't want to be fighting. Like I don't.
No, I just never would. I would never spend time standing up. Like it's just such a waste of time. I would always go single leg or double leg, fucking takedown, scoop, and like have them on the ground. And I'm going to be better on the ground anyways than fucking boxing. But
like here's the thing. When you actually know how to fight, like you know what to go for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like all these other fights are like just pulling hair and like, you know, like the catty, but like go for the fucking knee, go for the stem cell, you know, like what are we doing?
Okay, wait. If you love basketball, chaos, family drama, and people plotting behind the scenes, Running Point is back on Netflix and I am already in. It's from Mindy Kaling, stars Kate Hudson, and somehow feels like the perfect mix of sports world pressure and absolute dysfunction.
Yeah, and this season, Isla Gordon's not the surprise choice anymore. Now everybody's watching her. The team's bouncing back, the pressure's up, and she's trying to prove she actually deserves to run the franchise.
Meanwhile, her brother's low-key trying to take the job behind the scenes, so it's family drama, politics, pressure, all mixed with basketball.
And yeah, Kate Hudson running a basketball team, say less. Watch Running Point Season 2 only on Netflix.
I feel bad now thinking back, like when I used to wrestle with my brother. We're like, our age gap is a little too big. Like I was bigger than him, and I just kind of... I had to beat the shit out of him a little bit, and I feel bad about it now. I'll text him after
now
this.
You do. Yeah, now you feel bad, but like in the moment, you're also like, that's like the sisterly and like brotherly love that you need.
Were you and Lindsay ever that much, was your height difference ever
Lindsay
crazy? Life?
My whole life. Because I'm just built different. And like Lindsay just isn't. Like she's not. But you know what? She's like more like, she's the one who like pinches and scratches, and I'm more like bing, 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 you know.
Interesting.
So it's all these, there's different methods. So
I just remember with my brother, I would tackle him, and I would. This is so bad, but I could end someone's day if we were wrestling. If I would scoop him up, and then as I'm coming down, kind of like let go of my feet, and then put all my body weight in my shoulder, and then just. Not just my brother. Like, I mean, I wrestled I was always wrestling, but like that was the killer, is just a fucking shoulder right in your gut and take the wind out of you and then just keep it walking.
I just like, why is that a human thing? Like, why?
Fighting?
Yeah, like.
Every animal on the planet, they all fight each other. It's for, guess what? Sex and for
alpha. Food. I don't think that I was fighting my sister for those things.
No.
It was more over like a shirt that she stole from me.
Well, that shirt would then go into protection and safety, and you were fighting over fabric.
Not sex or food.
No, but it comes down, it's still like, if you could break everything down, it comes down to like survival.
Yeah. But like,
you know,
it's just stupid. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I know you're right.
But I mean, whenever I see two drunk guys at a bar fighting, and I'm like, these fucking idiots, like they don't look cool, they don't look tough. However, I think about all those videos you watch. There's like, let's say bighorn sheep, two bighorn sheep on a mountain.
Yeah.
There's the female sheep, and then there's one of the rams comes walking through.
Yeah.
Because he could smell her. And then another one shows up because she either put out a mating call or they could smell her, whatever. Those two, she fucking waits there. And then those two sheep fucking ram heads at like whatever million miles an hour with so much force. And like whichever one of them backs down, the other one gets the girl. And like, it's so lame, and we are civilized society and we should be better than that. But like, I'm always like, it's just so core to like what animals have been doing forever. It's just in a bar and these guys are like drunk and there's like a bad song on. That's the only difference.
Dude, also I got like stuck on, sometimes I get stuck on like African safari type, I don't know, TikTok stuff. I have no idea.
Best.
Yeah, it really is. And I saw two hippos really going at it. And like, Dude, insane. Like it's intense. Hippos are super dangerous.
Yeah, and they're fast.
Yeah.
Were they?
Did you know?
They
Were they
male hippos?
Yeah, 2 male hippos going at it. Something that I love about male hippos, or not male hippos, just hippos in general, but like, like when they poop, how they like their tails is like this when it goes after. Like, why did I do that? Like, why did they do that?
Because they can do whatever they want because they're hippos.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I saw a video also the other day of an orca at SeaWorld. So that orca's always pissed. He's in
SeaWorld. He should be SeaWorld.
I agree. It swims right by everyone, shits all in the water, swims away, and then comes back and tail flaps the shit water onto everyone watching him. And it's just like, you're petty, but I get it. Like you have every right to do that. Do you know orcas have never killed a human being in the wild? Never in the history of them being alive.
Why are you surprised?
But like people have been like scuba diving with them and watching them, whatever. They kill fucking seals for fun all the time. But like for some reason, they know something that we don't know about like human beings, and they like see us as friends. It's fucking, it's so confusing. And I have no idea why, but no one knows why.
Here's my thing is I love the ocean. Like, I think it is so fascinating. I think the animals are beautiful. I don't know, but the older I get, I've always wanted to swim with whales. I've always wanted to swim with sharks. The older I get, I'm starting to get really freaked out because of how fucking deep the ocean is.
Wait, guys, I swear to God, I was going to get here and ask this question because it's kind of super weird. The ocean, I think 80% of it's like unexplored because it's so deep and it's so dark. Do we think aliens either live or will come from the ocean?
I think the Megalodon is real.
We know what it takes for something to live and survive in the ocean. So I wouldn't consider anything that's like that we don't know about in the ocean to be an alien. I believe in aliens in outer space, but like I think we know enough about the ocean and what already currently lives in it that I wouldn't call these aliens. But like I'm sure there's shit that we don't know about.
Dude,
like those big squids. Those big squids that live way down low.
Dude, but like think about like Jurassic Park and those crazy animals that live. I think that like we know enough that maybe those aliens that like are typical aliens we think of aren't living in the ocean. But I don't think we know a lot about like the depths of the ocean because like no, we can't get down there. Even the machines and stuff, they eventually break because of the pressure and shit like that.
R.I.P. What was that fucking boat called? The little fucking sub.
Oh, the rich millionaires who went in this.
Yeah, submerser.
Why would they ever do that?
Wait, Kev, help me remember the name. Ocean Gate. The one of them was a kid.
That's sad. I think I'd get scared that like an animal will just like get me and like just keep taking me deeper. Like that's what I'm scared of.
But I think you drown and die within 60 seconds because you're also like fighting to stay alive.
I would pray that idea.
Sometimes in the pool, I'll try to see how long I can hold my breath. Max 12 seconds. I can hold my breath for fucking shit. I am so bad.
That is horrible. Wes, you need to work on your breathing. Breathing is really good to like reset your system. It's really good for a lot of things. You're an idiot.
He's getting close to 12. I think he's gonna go for a new personal record.
Hey, pass now. We can't do anything. That's pretty good.
That's close.
That's 11, 12 seconds.
Yeah, I think we're about like 10, 15.
Okay, there's something about in the water that just makes it harder for me. I don't know why. But what was that, 20?
I did. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. This has nothing to do with it. You should seriously start working on your breathing.
I mouth tape when I go to bed. Does that matter? It means you only breathe in and out through your nose. That's supposed to be really good for you.
No, I know, but I'm saying like for your nervous system, like there's different types of breathing that like resets it. And like, I don't know, you should like look into the breathing methods. It's actually really good.
Okay. I'll do that.
You should.
Hey, Kev, what the frick is going on in the world?
The most sporadic fucking podcast.
I kind of love it. And because I think we're in a creative headspace, I think my first headline I want to share to you guys is this stats company, Deloitte, did a survey for Gen Zers, 18 to 29. And over 38% of Gen Zers says they prefer to live in the present but 33% would like to live less than 50 years in the past. So that's about from 1975 to 1980. 14% so they want to live over 50 years in the past. 10% say they want to live less than 50 years in the future. And 5% choose more than 50 years in the future. So full Jetson level, like next level society. Guys, do you have a preferred era or a time period where you can imagine yourself existing and living in and thriving in?
This is an interestingly timed question for me right now because I don't, the present's not my favorite. I think anyone who wants to live 50 years or more than 50 years, actually people were comfortable 50 years ago. I think that would be fine, but more than 50, I think it would be fun historically to like, like see how society was operating and like learn shit. But I don't think you would want to like be alive pre 1975. It was just, I hate to bring this up, but like civil rights and shit was like not that long ago. Like we always think of it like historically, but it is like very, very, very recent.
Yes.
And so
I was just thinking that when people were saying that, I was like, how's that? Why would you want that for people?
I just don't think it would actually be a like, especially now where we are like, we have made a lot of progress. I think going back to that, you would be like, what the actual fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
And it would be like a really weird fucking time or like a weird place to be present in. In a weird way, maybe it would like, would you gain appreciation for everything that we've made progress on and accomplished as a society? But I still think that's fucking weird. I think I'm going to go 50 years in the future.
Future?
Yeah,
what?
Why not?
I would assume.
Why not?
I would assume cars fly by then, and ideally we'd have some more clarity on what's going on in the ocean by then.
The only thing is the planet could be on fire and flooded. I just am like, let's mix it up. You know?
Yeah, you really mixed it up. I did not think that you were going to say that.
Kev said he wants to live around the Middle Ages and Dark Ages around 476 AD. Okay.
Why?
I just think I would be an incredible Lancer. I already don't have like a very good sense of smell, so obviously it's pretty stinky back then. I don't think that would have to be like a big issue for me. I think I would look good in a suit of armor. I'm just gonna say it.
That's fair.
All black.
Are you like living in your current geographical location as yourself, or can I go back 100, 200 years and go live in a castle in like Scotland and be a king? Yeah.
Here's mine. So my dream, I think growing up in the 90s was freaking awesome. Like it was simple times. You had enough technology, but it wasn't overdone. Your parents at games were on the back of tailgating with other parents drinking beer. You were out playing at like people, the style was better. Everything was just like more simple. And I just feel like it was just like happier times. And I feel like there's a trend of people trying to get back to the 90s. I think the 90s were the best era. Like I truly do.
Everything pendulums. And so when I see now how every kid in like 5th grade has a cell phone and babies like are watching iPads at dinners and stuff.
Read it.
Like, or do you know what drives me fucking crazy? These fucking youth baseball videos I see on Twitter where like the kid's wearing a GoPro and like a neon arm sleeve and there's like a content guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That shit will go away and it's pretty miserable. I do think you and I were like right before like technology like kind of ruined everyone. Like I think we all got phones like late in high school and like, you know, I think.
But even though you had phones, like you were still so present with your classmates. Like you were on your phone. Like you enjoyed the people around you. You had it if you needed it. Like I'm telling you, growing up, I feel like 90s, early 2000s was the best. Like I want to get back to that. But I think that's my dream. But I would also live. Have you seen Game of Thrones?
No, we've talked about this. I remember.
Oh,
everyone talked about it. Everyone talked about it in the locker room, and I felt so left out. And then I tried, but I was so far behind. You should feel left out because it's so good. But I would live in those ages, like the castles, the houses, the territories. Like back then too, I think it'd have been. Oh God, everyone's on horses. Like that's how people traveled. People had garden. Like it was awesome. But if you were a peasant or like a fucking whatever, like if we're talking caste system, if you're at the bottom, it would be the worst thing ever.
No, I don't think you understand. I would be a queen and I would run my own kingdom.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not being a peasant.
Okay. Then I guess we both can justify historical times, but very, very, very far.
And if I could have dragons, I'd have some damn dragons too.
Mm-hmm.
I would be the real mother of dragons.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I can see that. All right, guys. So now I'm going to take you to... Oh, go ahead, Wes. You got it.
I just don't know what these kids who are Gen Z or like whatever the youngest age was.
Where are you?
What do they know? Like, what do they know about? I just don't picture those kids knowing anything about history because they're on their damn phones so much.
Yeah.
And they don't know maps. They don't know fucking anything.
Dude, they don't know how to read. They don't know how to read the original clocks. Do you guys know that?
I can see that.
You guys know that?
I can see that.
That's fucking mind-blowing. Yeah. Kevin, are you sick?
I don't know if the time's right on here. Oh, it is.
That's
okay.
Right.
I would also say, like, when people like do this or they do this, like, oh, do your call, take your phone. Now kids like they do this, like they don't know what this is,
or they go like this.
Yeah, they don't know. They
go
flip. They're like.
Also, how do you guys hold up a heart? Make a heart with your hands.
Or
I don't do this
like
shit.
The
That's annoying.
Gen Z one is like, I can't even. I'm embarrassing myself.
Dude, I can't even do it.
I think the K-pop girls made this cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's what I was doing.
What is it? That I can't do that.
Like this. You're not even doing it right. It's pointers and middle.
It's what?
It's literally hard.
Pointers and middle.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, it's gross.
I like this.
All
right. What's next?
Shout out Travis Kelce when he scored against the Bills in the division round of the playoffs, and he threw the heart up. Yeah, that was sick. All right, quick timeout. Today's show is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Hard Rock Bet, Florida's sportsbook. Second round playoff basketball is here. This is where every possession matters, every game feels personal, and suddenly everybody's yelling at their TV. This is honestly my favorite time to build a same-game parlay. Maybe your guy goes for 30, the big man cleans the glass with the double-double, point guard drops a bunch of assists. However you want to draw it up, Hard Rock Bet gives you a ton of ways to stack your picks for playoff hoops. And if you miss tip-off, relax. Hard Rock Bet lets you live bet the entire game. First bucket to the final buzzer. And if you haven't tried Hard Rock Bet yet, now's the time. You can score $150 in bonus bets if you win. Just place a $5 bet, and if it hits, you get your winnings plus an extra $150 in bonus bets. And honestly, the welcome offer is just the start. Hard Rock Bet's always dropping new promos daily, so open the app and see what's live today. And yeah, it's Florida's only legal sportsbook, but the party's bigger than Florida. Hard Rock Bet is also live in Arizona, Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, Colorado, and Michigan, with more states on the way. So download the Hard Rock Bet app today.
Now, one more headline for me, and we'll take it to present day. So there's a new law alert in Kansas City gearing up for the World Cup 6 weeks away. They are now allowed to serve alcohol 23 hours a day. Kansas City, Missouri will be host to 4 countries: England, Argentina, Algeria, and Netherlands. And then obviously the games will be at Arrowhead Stadium. I feel like these England blokes know how to take down a pint. So I feel like they'll enjoy this new rule. But guys, any suggestions for our friends coming to visit the States? Where they should hit up in KC?
I'm curious what hour is the hour that they're not open. Like, are we keeping bars open until... Yeah. Wait, Kev, honestly, can you click the link? Does it say... I have seen a lot of discourse on Twitter that, like, Kansas City hotels are feeling a little underwhelmed by occupancy right now because the prices are so high and they're not being sold, that they feel like the whole thing has been, like, not projected correctly.
So from 6 a.m. to the next 23 hours. So maybe they'll be closed then from 5 to 6, if that math tracks.
Dude.
That's a good time to close. 5 a.m. I feel like by 5 a.m. you've already done your damage if you're not
Yeah, but what if your team's playing? Like, what if your team is, like, I don't know. Is there even...
But I will say, though, that's interesting, though, because the games will be still North American time, so they're not going to be like normally when the World Cup is overseas, you're like, games are going on at 3 in the morning. But now,
dude, people from the Netherlands can drink, though. I think they're going to meet their match at the Midwesterners. especially in Kansas City. I think that's gonna be fun. I think people are gonna. I think people in Kansas City and who's all coming? People from the Netherlands,
Algeria,
Argentina,
Netherlands, Argentina, and England.
I think England. Like I think they're gonna love the Midwestern people. Truly, especially in Kansas City. Everyone is so great in Kansas City. They're gonna love it.
So Kansas City actually has a good like base of soccer fans. They're called like the Outlaws or something, and they watch U.S. games at Power and Light, like where everyone goes to watch games at P&L, and they all like camp out there. I hope they still get to like keep that spot, but if all these people are staying out there for 24 hours a day, it's going to be mayhem.
Yeah, but maybe they'll embrace it because now they have other people that are also fans.
Yeah, we'll see. What I mean? Oh, I know what you mean.
Dude, so if you guys are listening, Power and Light, I think is the way to go. If you're like, especially in that environment, there's like, how many bars are in Power and Light?
Like 15.
Yeah, 15 in one spot, all different types of vibes. Like
Power and Light will like always be on TV too. They'll always cut to it when US is playing. So that's dope.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yay!
Honestly, it was a very good and sporadic episode.
Yeah, it was a lot of WNBA and then just straight into ocean talk for like
a lot of we went into a lot of details on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
Pretty good. I like that.
That was good. Bye guys, miss ya, love ya. See you soon.
Hey, you guys like my new nails?
Also, Royals stay hot. They've won 9 out of 11. Keep that shit fucking going. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Later.
We're both wearing our blue.